starts going down until we've just in a depression, right?
And I've beaten this to death, so I'll just say it once. I think if we raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, that's really going to advance automating jobs, so they won't exist anymore. And
might be a good thing, though.
It also wouldn't help the people at that level.
Yeah.
It would very shortly. Then companies would respond to the influx and the amount of consumer spending power there was out there, and everything, the price would ratchet up a little bit. And
went to Home Depot, check myself out.
Yeah, no I would get myself some illegals to work for me. They work for $8 an hour cash, and that would be that. I just get they don't penalize you for having. Maybe if you're a big corporation and you got like 10,000 illegals on a union job site or something, but nobody's fucking with the small businessman when he's got 4 or 5 illegals working for him. That would forever be my my thing. Like I would always like, oh, there's a fine for having the illegals. I'll pay that. It's better than insuring them and paying and paying all this other bullshit. This $15 minimum wage to Javier over there, who's just a fry cook.
And it would destroy small business. You think a small business where there's 5 clerks at the front doing whatever the fuck the small business does, do you think they can afford to insure, give them all full benefits, pay for all their birth control, give them $15 an hour? Like you're not helping the small business people.
Although maybe all that stuff's affordable under a Bernie Sanders who would cut all the other bullshit. Maybe if Bernie Sanders goes in there and says, we don't need 350 naval ships because we don't have to fight the entire world simultaneously. We have allies. Like, I know that a lot of people want us to maintain this World War II era readiness, being able to fight in both oceans simultaneously against a Japan and a Germany and an Italy if you count them. They always want to be China and Russia ready. Like we're going to have to barehanded fist fight China and Russia at the same time. And if we're not good enough to do that, then we're just not good enough. And that's outrageous. Maybe if you cut that military spending down a little bit, we could afford some other stuff.
Not all that. You couldn't afford to subsidize every small business owner forever if you cut down the military.
Surprised.
You know what I have as an idea that might be cool?
But I also don't know if what I'm saying is true.
You know how when you're self-employed, like as a contractor, like a YouTuber, you have to pay both sides of your Social Security. It's 15%. I feel like that world is opening up. Like something about the internet has created a ton of micro entrepreneurs, right? Every Uber driver, every YouTuber, every Etsy store owner. Like there's the micro business, right? Like I think small business, I think something that's established that hires like 5 people or whatever. Paintball Kitty has a successful Etsy business, right? And she does it all on her own, right? She designs the logo, she packs it up, she markets it, she's figured out SEO. The whole thing is her brainchild and her sweat equity. That little micro business is growing. Why not tax both sides of her Social Security? It would be neat if those little micro businesses got a boost, and then that would just get pumped right back into the economy. And it's the kind of thing that I think would help. And I think it should be encouraged.